have a road matchup tonight between Fort Wayne and Sioux Falls.
You know, the big story tonight, it's the matchup that goes back to China. AI will see a familiar face as the Skyforce recently gained the services of the Flying Dragon, formerly of the Chinese team, the Jets.
And you know the two of them will want to prove something out there tonight.
And we'll see if having seen the Flying Dragon in person before gives AI and the rest of the Mad Ants an advantage. But it should be a tough one either way.
It's the matchup that fans of both sides have been waiting for.
You don't get the name Flying Dragon by staying on the ground. He is sporting a 48-inch vertical. You combine that leaping ability with his height, and he might be one of the most feared aerial artists in short time.
Trick shot is off. Lee outside. Offensive reach in there. They stayed with it, but just couldn't make a shot. And without a doubt, Sioux City has been energized since bringing the Flying Dragon onto the roster.
Boy, when you add a dynamic athlete like the Flying Dragon, it brings a spark to the whole team. We saw the same effect happen when the Mad Ants got AI.
Now here's Lee. Ducey outside. The fader. Roberts can't hit.
4 straight misses to start the game. Not looking good for them.
Outside Young. Now here's AI. On defending. Trig. That one's in. His first basket of the game. He is 1-2.
Road life in the G League, it can be rough. As an away team, it's no easy task. This travel isn't as easy as it is in the NBA. A lot can go wrong on the road, and it feels like everything is stacked against you at times.
Big basket there. The 5th time's the charm, am I right?
Pass to Young. Back to AI. With the rebound. Man, as you said, road wins in the G League are never easy.
No, they're never easy. Come on, Blake. And it's not just the opposing crowds. You're sometimes getting in town late on a bus, sleeping in a strange motel. There might be bed bugs on your bed. And G League players truly feel what it's like to experience road weariness.
I mean, I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, me too.
The way that AI has come out firing in his first few goes with the Mad Ants, there is talk that he could garner NBA attention.
Exactly, Blake. If he keeps performing like he has and doesn't slip up, you have to think NBA teams simply can't ignore him. But, you know, the one thing is he can't get caught up in that. He just needs to go out and keep improving his game.
Take it day by day. On the wing, AI. That's in. Coming off an assist from Marcus Young.
Well, the three-point shot is such a huge part of NBA basketball these days. Good to see AI using his G League time to work on his long game.
Costa Han. AI with the block.
His touch has deserted him this quarter, guys, and I don't know if it's ever coming back.
With the numbers he puts up, you figure it was just a matter of time. NBA teams have their eye on Young.
Not surprising at all, given his burst. The latest rumor is that the Lakers have the most interest in him right now. But a lot of teams could be looking at him late in the NBA season.
Now here's Lee. Shoots the 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Trig. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Solid read from AI. When someone's open, he's really getting it to them.
Now a timeout called by Sioux Falls.
Remember, Paul Tatum had some time in the NBA, and there's a chance he could make it back. A few good performances at the end of the season, and there's a chance he gets called back up to the NBA.
And with Tatum, as you said, it would most likely be his last chance on making an NBA roster.
And even though he isn't the youngest player on the roster, he still has the makeup to help an NBA team for a stretch run. If he gets hot, he could end up a 12-man on a team looking for a veteran presence, but he has to show that he can still be an impact player by putting up numbers in games like this one.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for the three-point play. Going to the line for one.
As every G League player knows, it's a long, hard road to the NBA. But of all the guys I've talked to, no one seems more prepared for the journey than Grace. He knows nothing's going to be handed to him, and he's out here to prove himself.
Well, you can't help but notice the raw athleticism of Flying Dragon. He can just blow by anybody.
Yeah, Flying Dragon's leaping ability is what jumps out at you, but he's very shifty and flexible, and he has a fantastic first step. One of the best athletes in all the G League.
It's such a treat to watch.
And it's Han missing. And here are the Mad Ants. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. The offensive rebound. AI outside. Can't connect from long distance. Costa Han puts up a three. Han Chi can't get that one to fall.
One thing with Coach Keller is that he wants to impact more than just basketball knowledge to his players.
Absolutely. Coach Keller is of that vein where he wants his players to experience life outside of basketball, to be well-rounded men in the community. I know it's something that the players get behind and appreciate from him.
Yeah, he's just such a great coach on and off the court. They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Now here's Starks. Costa Han. To the middle. It's tipped. Back to AI. Randolph with it. On defending. And it's Scooter Randolph with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Really piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Starks. Pulls up high post. Denied once again. Misfiring at a 30% rate. He's now 3 for 10. And he gets it to go.
He's a very strong finisher in the fast break.
And always in control, even at full speed like that.
So impressive.
Outside Han. Roberts.
Just talking with AI and the rest of the team, you get the sense that AI has really started to find himself on and maybe more importantly off the court. Having a few games under his belt with his team has put him at ease, and the results are visible.
Que é mais da hora que a gente faz isso
Now a
aqui,
timeout called by
né? Quando a gente tem que
Sioux
imitar.
He's got too many easy buckets coming from inside and wanted to put a stop to it.
I would think so. I would think so. If they keep giving up the kind of easy looks inside that they have been, they're in big trouble too.
And they've got to change something up. Let's see what they do.
Here's Evans. And it's good for 2.
I mean, it's pretty simple at this point. They cannot afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Well, the Mad Ants were excited to land AI, and he's continued to improve his game since he's arrived.
He has put in
as we conclude the first half. Welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. AI really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times, but I'm going to say it one more time. He had a great first half, scored a whole lot of points.
And in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters. And Tim, you know what 4 quarters equals? $1.
Well, you might have seen that article about Marcus Young recently. He's certainly a star in the G League.
Yeah, when you have the offensive talent that Young does and are as driven and ambitious as he is, you're destined for great things. Definitely a name to watch in the G League.
Yeah, one to follow, definitely. What passing. They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, it's hard not to appreciate all the points they've gotten off of assists today. Just a complete team effort.
Pass to Lee. Han, covered by AI. And Han Chi, here we go.
NBA coaches, they just love to get defense out of the 5 spot. And seeing that block, it looks like Trig can do that.
AI with the bucket.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
And Flying Dragon coming over from China, just like AI on the Mad Ants did.
The two, they had faced off against each other, had some great battles from what I've heard. And maybe that will carry over to this side of the Pacific.
Well, we can only hope. A difficult situation for Sioux Falls. Han up top. A shot from the low post is good.
4 of 5 to start the half, coming out strong.
And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. Pass to AI. Now here's Randolph. AI. Han defending. Now Tatum. Now here's AI. Covered by Ducey. Clock at 4. Here's Trig. Yes, and it's AI picking up the assist.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Oh, they're in the zone right now, and that bucket looks about, what, 10 feet wide for them right now?
Man. Well, you figured out it was just a matter of time before the Flying Dragon came over to the States. The numbers and performances he put up in China were absurd. And you just know that a team was going to take a closer look at what he could do over here on this side of the ponds.
One aspect of their play today that's been far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow, it can be elusive, but the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown tonight.
And as you said, it was the Heat and Skyforce that made the move to get Flying Dragon.
And the Heat were very interested in him, and they feel he has a lot to contribute to their team. Might take some time for him to adjust, but that's why they sent him to Sioux Falls first to ease that transition. They see big things ahead for the Flying Dragon.
Come get it, come get it. The floater, that one falls.
So good at slicing to the lane. Can't let AI get any opportunities to penetrate.
Han up top, covered by AI.
They've gotten a lot of extra possessions because of their rebounding edge.
It's been a lot, and I think it's made the difference in this game because they've done great work on the boards.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now a timeout called by Sioux Falls.
He has to be frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame him. They're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
And it's at the point where this slump is going to take a mental toll on them. It's a good timeout to try to keep them from getting too discouraged.
And they've gotten the looks, they've gotten open, but they just can't get them to fall.
Well, a handful of players on this Mad Ants roster could make the jump to the NBA someday. Howie Carter, not one of them.
Yeah, you know, Carter's a very talented player, but he doesn't have a standout skill that will land him on an NBA roster. He knows it, but just appreciates the process of trying to improve his game.
Pass to Evans. To the middle. And slam dunk by Han Chi.
Well, we all know Han Chi can score. It's about being versatile enough to adapt to any situation. He's shown that ability tonight.
And the shot goes in.
moving it around. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Nothing makes a coach happier than a display of pure, selfless teamwork.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Hanchi slamming it down.
Outrageous move, but that's what he's known for. The flying dragon giving us a show.
On the wing, AI. Out to Tatum. Pass to Randolph. And foul called as he misses and will shoot 2 free throws. It's on Hanchi. And he knocks it. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Kicks it to AI. Boss. Outside Grace. Pass to AI. Shot clock at 6. Trig. Day covering. Here's AI. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
The touch he has really stands out. When AI hits those high degree of difficulty shots, it says a lot about how far his game has come along.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
To the paint. And it's Hanchi with the jam.
The ability to go up and get the ball, then the body control to engineer it home. Hanchi making his presence felt out there.
Back to AI. High post, Connor Trigg. Down low, pass to Madison. High post, Connor Trigg. AI. And here is Boss. Han defending. Here's Madison. And Splitter pulls it down. On the wing, Hanchi, covered by AI. They get it back. Now the Mad Ants with it. Boss. Back to AI. Off target with the 3. Outside Han. Day. Fort Wayne grabs the miss. AI inside. Han defending. AI no good. Pass to Han. AI with the block.
And really a big part of shot blocking is timing. AI showing that he's capable of rejecting shots.
Now Trigg. Back to AI. Seven-foot shot. A nice shot by Trigg.
Trigg's been developing his inside game, and easy to see he's making progress.
Sioux Falls with the ball. Pass to Han. Anthony Starks on the wing. Splitter, covered by Boss. Here's Day. Back to Lee. And that's the buzzer. Mad Ants win.
Wow.
And coming out of Sioux Falls with a road win, it is no easy task. Sky First fired up with Flying Dragon attitude.
Yo, AI.
Vamos muito. Jogão. Na moral, jogão.
Listen, I want you to start selling what Marcus Young is going to be 6 months from now. Then they're going to turn around real quick. Exactly. Try it again. I dare you.
Hey! Hey! Knock it off! Knock it off, guys! You lay one hand on him, and you're benched against the Vipers, okay? You too, Marcus. I'm serious. I don't know what started this, and I don't care. It ends right here, right now. You got me?
Hey.
All right, everybody, listen up, listen up. Unfortunately,
Interessados. Loucos está muito interessado em mim, ó. É, filho. Importante. Tem de pouco. Caraca, tá tenso, velho. É assim que vamos, meu parceiro. Assim que vamos, meu parceiro. Assim que vamos.
I feel like I'm walking through an old shoe.
Boy, you need to show some respect. This place is basketball. And we are nothing without the old shoes that came before us.
We should focus on some new shoes. Looks like somebody hit copy and paste 12 times on a computer.
Yeah, man, they even stepped the
Bom Jorge no pé.
And yo, your girl is a great writer. Tell coach. We gotta step it up, y'all. We got 10 points to come back from. Look alive and start passing more.
You mean start passing to you?
I mean, start turning the game up.
Oh, so if I give the ball to Howie every time, you'll be okay
Howie
with that?
not gonna make no shot.
Hey, don't drag me. You only worried about this because you know that scout's in the stands again.
Hey, Marcus has the matchup in this game. You know he has a point. You've seen it. If we're gonna win this, it has to go through.
Calma, bro. Calma, bro.
Welcome back, everyone, to Memphis. First half is in the books between the Hustle and the Mad Ants.
And Memphis was able to jump out to an early lead, but you can't count out the very tough Mad Ants team.
I know this team has too much pride to not come out swinging and try and even things up early on here.
Second half just getting going, so let's move on to the action. Well, you watch Marcus Young play, and he just has an incredible burst with the ball.
And he has what I like to call sneaky speed. He'll surprise you and catch you off guard just when you think you know what he's up to and just go right by you.
Now here's Hawkins. Over Young. That one wide left.
Not sure what he was thinking on that shot, but we can agree, that is not smart basketball.
Not at all. He shouldn't have even considered taking that shot. I mean, this isn't the playground. This is real-life basketball, and every possession matters.
And with the Memphis Hustle, not a lot of characters on the team.
It is hard to point out a player that can separate themselves from the rest of the team. PR, they have a hard time marketing them, but they are effective where it counts on the floor.
Well, maybe you should get out there, Tim.
And you can see that Hawkins knows what he is. Doesn't play outside of himself. Good at playing to his strengths.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Pass to AI. Back to Trigg. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
And above all else, Coach Keller, he demands accountability, both on and off the court.
Keller is fair, but he wants people to take responsibility for themselves. That means on missed rotations on the floor and keeping out of trouble off of it. It must be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense will be there for them.
AI with the bucket.
Put in some work here in the second half. 3 for 4 from the floor.
The Hustle leading. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Pass to Edwards. And it's slammed in by Teddy Edwards. Well, one thing that you can say about the Hustle is that they play incredibly well as a unit.
This group is the very definition of what it means to be a team. I mean, if you look up team in a dictionary, this team will probably pop up. They play with a single purpose, no antics or egos, and they always show up to win.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. Knight. Pass to Hawkins. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown. Here's Edwards. Some solid defense from Paul Tatum.
I have no doubt that Marcus Young will eventually get the call up. He's continued his development quite nicely here in the G League. Very talented guard. Where was the bomb shot?
Here's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And you watch the way that Marcus Young plays. Who do you see him compared to in the NBA?
That's a good question, Blake. He's definitely a lead guard type. I would say someone like D'Angelo Russell or Steve Franchise back when he played. That explosiveness and playmaking is really what connects the dots, right?
Yeah. Shot clock at 6. Calderon with the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, his coaches are just thrilled when Trigg does that type of dirty work. Getting after it on offensive glass and salvaging the possession.
And with the Hustle, you know you're going to get a lot of consistency. They just don't have off nights.
And here's Stevenson. Marcus Young with the steal. And here's the fast break. And Marcus Young slams it in.
Give Young some points for his defense and for starting the break. Those are the plays that the organization really wants to see from him.
Here's Flash. Fourth quarter now, we're just about a minute and a half in. Pass to Knight. Flash with it. Stevenson, 5 to shoot. Shoots over Young. The shot by Stevenson, no good.
Well, he rushed that one. He was out of position, but he couldn't make it pay.
And you really got to whack Young. If you don't, he's adept at fighting through the contact.
And the free throw, no good. No doubt about it, the Memphis Hustle can play a very intimidating game of basketball.
The team comes at you in a measured and unrelenting way. It's like you're going up against a hive mind of players and coaches, and that's a daunting task.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Flash. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Look, you're just asking for trouble anytime you let Flash get this close. You're playing with fire.
Back to AI. That's in. Coming off an assist from Marcus Young.
The deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
Yeah, both of these teams are firing on all cylinders right now. I love it.
And what a matchup it is between the Hustle and Mad Ants. Two teams with two very different approaches.
Well, you think of all the characters in the Mad Ants, and it's the polar opposite of the straight-laced Hustle. It's a clash of ideology on the floor.
The Mad Ants trailing. Back to AI. Pass to Tatum. AI to the inside. Knight with the steal. Here's Hawkins. Here's Edwards. Over AI. Edwards can't get it to go.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the big story for the Mad Ants is the motel fire they were a part of recently. Happened in their last road trip. I know something like that can really get in the head of a team.
And with that fire you mentioned, still no word on what happened, but hopefully some light is shed on it soon.
Yeah, Blake, the important thing is that everybody is safe. For the Mad Ants to come that close to a very dangerous situation is rattling enough, and hopefully the Mad Ants can put that behind them and not let it impact their play.
Back to Flash. Knight. Pass to Hawkins. 6 on the shot clock. Over Young. Nice D from Marcus Young.
Well, when Paul Tatum is on the floor. He has just an incredibly soothing presence.
Yeah, Tatum just seems to calm everyone down, Tim. All the small mistakes start getting avoided. Players want to play for each other more. He definitely has an impact not seen on the stat sheet, just that it factor.
Yeah, good point, Brian. It is about more than the box score with him. You've got to be kidding me. Point guard, power slam.
Well, he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Shoot, dish, and jam. Yeah,
you're going to see him torch the defense in all kinds of ways every time he takes the floor.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Edwards. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, one thing you know with the hustle is that they're going to be focused all game, Brian.
At times, the group has been called emotionless, but I think that's unfair. The hustle never get in their own heads, no matter if they have a big lead or a big deficit.
And I like that even keel attitude.
Randolph with the steal.
Impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, just too much work and not enough time. Yeah, there's no question that AI is not afraid of the big moments. There are a few guys at this level that might not have the guts to take control in that situation.
Expanding his range. And the Mad Ants get it back. The three is up. He can't get that one. And that's the horn. Memphis Hustle.
You knew that it was going to be a tough...
Nikki, hey.
Hi, yeah, first of all, this is totally fine. We can fix this. I only wanted people to know about the...
Perdeu jogo, mano. Tá lá, já tá difícil também, mano.
Don't say anything. Just watch this.
It's over.
Tá bom, né? Faz parte. Tá difícil.
What's your name?
Qual é seu nome?
What's your name?
Hey, excuse me, hey. Your busboy, Zach Coleman, is he here?
No.
Well, when's he gonna be back? I need to talk to him.
Excited to be here with the Spurs. I mean, I'm also excited to experience the great town of San Antonio. It's a dream come true. Honestly, I'm really humbled by it all. It's the opportunity to be a part of such a great basketball legacy. Everything that Popovich is...
Read this.
Spurs chamou o cara, mano.
Okay. You should...
What's your name?
Don't overextend.
Marcus?
No, man, I already told you. Marcus Young does not appear for anything less than $50,000.
Assim. Minnesota. Monstro. Não arruma nada aqui, né? Oxi. Bloque. Pode ser bloque ou bote. ficar de tênis e de coisa aqui, ó. Manguito, ó, manguito. Arm sleeve, mano. Monstro. Ei. Para.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Bora começar agora. Timberwolves.
Good luck, Marcus.
Two teams that run offense through the block, Brent. What does playing inside out do to a defense?
Well, it's kind of the idea we've talked about, Kevin, the accordion of the defense.
Right.
You press them in and then out, and then at some point, if they don't work themselves back in, there are advantages on driving angles, there's advantages of attacking closeouts, and then opportunities open up, and the more of those easy shots go in, it starts to deflate that defense.
Boy, you need that center to kind of have his head on a swivel, right? He's got to have that great vision about where guys are.
Well, between that and also you being a big polka fan, we'll see how this accordion defense plays out tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Green is out there with Young. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Young with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Gasol finds Young. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
You know, effective from the interior. Young is someone who looks to score once he's that close.
Here's AI. It's rebounded by Aldridge. And here are the Spurs. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And no issues with how they played. I mean, the problem simply is they just couldn't finish.
Maybe the post-game comments will be about playing a 50-minute game. They could have used 2 more minutes in this one.
Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, aware of everybody on the floor that time. AI knowing he could get that one to his teammate.
Passes to Gasol. Back to Young. And the layup is good. Young's got his second basket.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now here's Gibson. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Here's Wiggins. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Like the unselfishness there, AI knows he can get his shot up anytime he wants. This time, electing to get others involved.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines. The son
of pro athletes, the game just seems to come easy to him.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Here's Young, and it's slammed in by Young.
And it's never easy trying to stop Young. Adept at slicing through the defense and finishing near the rim.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Minnesota making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Crawford in for Andrew Wiggins. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Anderson. Ana Ginobili's checked in for Danny Green. And Murray's subbed in for Young.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Spurs trail by 6. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Laverne. Kicks to Ginobili. Now Gay. Shot clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And here is Murray following the three-pointer by AI. Gay, that's good. Gay's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you can't give Rudy Gay that type of look. He's going to knock that down more often than not.
Inside. Crawford passes to Butler. It's AI on the wing. Launches it. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. AI. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Carl.
Today we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be.
Yep, one step. Something to look on the floor for Minnesota. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Gibson kicks to Wiggins. Outside Butler. He dishes it to AI. Anderson against Wiggins. Here's AI. Another miss by Minnesota. Spurs trail by 7.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
On the floor for San Antonio. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. AI dishes to Towns. Here's Wiggins. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. Here's Young following the basket by AI. And Gibson over to help. Looking to end the run. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Gasol.
And good timing from Pau. Readied himself for the ball and shot on catch.
Gibson finds Butler. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clock at 6. AI passes to Butler. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's AI. Rebound, San Antonio. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
And really, good old-fashioned throwdown.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
It just makes such a difference when the offense is running through him. He just keeps everyone involved.
And he controls the pace for his team. So what does that do? That forces the opponents to play at his speed. He can dictate a lot out there.
Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's AI in at the 1 spot. So that's how Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
And up until very recently, AI was grinding away in the G League. And from what I hear, he made a lot of progress with his approach to the game and fine-tuning his skill set.
And more, Greg, there are players who just figure it out when they get in the G League. You wonder if AI is the next player to make a successful league. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at a weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
Here's AI. Marcus Young making his last shot. AI can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
They look frustrated. 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on AI.
Just tremendous concentration from Young. An experienced guy who knows how to absorb the contact.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Cole Aldridge is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Tyson. Minnesota, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw, good, Rose.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Young. The rebound by Gibson. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. It's good. AI's got 16 points.
You can see AI out there thinking a little bit, even running full speed, always aware where he needs to be.
Here's Young. Count it from 12.
Yeah, The onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan is...
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Young is out there with Murray. And it's Green. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. And Young kicks to Gasol. Nine feet out. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Gasol doing a great job, Kevin, working down low in the phone booth and just finding enough room to get that one to go.
The kick outside to Butler. Back to AI. Left side Gibson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. And what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Took him no time at all on that one. Wiggins has got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves. And so Green will bring it up for the Spurs. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Young finds Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
Almost impossible to contain Aldridge on the pick and roll. As long as he makes that separation happen, he's going to knock it down.
Anderson in the post. Gibson on him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you watch Kyle Anderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense. And wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
To the paint. Here's Young. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And at times, it's pick your poison with Young. When he gets rolling, you are in for a long...
All right, bring it in, bring it in. You got to maintain pressure on Marcus. You got me? Don't let up on him. Y'all want this win? Y'all want this win? Let's go get it. Come on now, bring it in. 1, 2, 3, right!
Timberwolves leading by 10. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around it.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Young passes to Aldridge. And they pick up 2. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Wiggins kicks to AI. Goes up to the stripe. Rebound San Antonio. Anderson outside. On the wing, Green. Here's Young. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Young's got it back down to within single digits for the Spurs. AI passes to Butler. Wiggins against Green. Feeds it to Gibson. AI outside. Butler kicks to AI. 6 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Gibson.
Gibson effective at spacing the floor. Maybe not out to the three-point line, but certainly in the mid-range.
Spurs trail by 10. Here's Young, and it's Young finishing it off.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Teardrop shot. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Anderson has it in the corner. The pass to Young. And no good that time. Good D by AI. And you talk about getting thrown into the fire. They're seeing the first NBA minutes for AI in one of the biggest games of the season. This team must believe in him to look his way with everything on the line.
And if you follow the news, you might have heard the story of how AI came to land on this team. This is as pressure-packed a debut as it gets. And AI has to be both terrified and elated right now.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
Nossa, muito bom, eu tô, tipo, esperando tocar uma chave me responder, só que toda hora que, tipo, demora pra tocar. Quando eu vejo, tipo, já tem conversa sua, tipo, não tá tocando no celular pra mim conseguir responder, sabe? Não tá recebendo notificação, não sei porquê.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. So it's San Antonio now. It's a 10-point game. Young with no one around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
This is how much Young believes in his game. Fantastic at shooting when he feels like he's in a rhythm.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's AI, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Free throw good. Mills.
Really a great free throw shooter. It's unfortunate Mills gets to the line infrequently, partly because of the minutes.
Jones, the pass to AI. Takes the 3. Off target. And so...
Hey, Big Tune! Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Thank you.
Monstro. Joguei muito. vídeo viral agora, 63. Aqui, ó. O que é, ó? Eu queria o tipo UFs aqui, ó. 549, ok, reserva. Deixa eu ver, ó, rotation. Bench player, não. Chave reserva do time, né? Que tô jogando aqui, eu só chave reserva. Vamos descer. Tá. 18 minutos. Só a chave reserva do time, né? 18 minutos. Nossa, eu vou fazer um pra mim também, mano, de dormir. Vou dormir na sala hoje. Então eu vou tomar meu banho, aí eu pego um chazinho e capotar. Deixa eu catar logo uma vez então. Veja bem. Tudo de qual? Eu jogo. Não, Cloves. Intervention. Um bônus 3 anos. Accept.